Welcome back to our next episode of our interview series with Tessa Baines, an intelligence analyst. Thank you. Yeah, I've taken myself off mute so I can just talk. Yeah, that was really enlightening.
Yeah, I'm really glad.
Yeah, and because like I've taken so much away from it. There's so much information that we can share with everyone else, and we can share it with older auditors like me that have been around for a while, because to me it's a great refresher. Because we can't become a bit stale. And then for new auditors, it's like, it's like new auditors will love hearing this, because it will just give them so much, I suppose, confidence, and power is the wrong word, but yeah, it's just something to take away that's in addition to just learning the standard stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I think you're right. I think with the sort of older auditors that are quite ingrained with what they're doing, it might just help them revisit the basics and maybe see that there is a different way of doing it. And even if they're still wedded to the basics, they can see that actually there's a step further. Okay, I don't just need to talk to just this one person. I can go further. I can Google. I can see what's online. I don't just have to take what's being said to me face to face. I can go and corroborate that. So I think that would be really good for that group. And then, like you say, for the younger ones, hopefully it'll just empower them to be curious and question stuff and not take stuff at face value. And hopefully if they do that while they're just learning, then that's something they'll take with them in future, and they hopefully won't get stuck in that sort of stale space of just doing things the same way. And as with everything, people do it for long enough and they think they can't be told anything else. But I think if you're the sort of person that's naturally curious, you're always interested in learning and understanding different things. So get them young.
Yeah, and that's a better word that you used, empowered. That was a word I was looking for. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was thinking something that we've got that might restrict us a bit is time frame. So an audit is only a certain duration. So I always feel that pressure. It's like, oh God, this is a time, I've only got this much time left. I need to prioritize. So I suppose we don't have that luxury as such of, we can just keep digging for as long as we need. We do have that pressure on us. What do you think about that?
There's a couple of things. So in intel, you often get, say, a tactical piece of intel. Something's happened right now and we need to respond. That can also be really time pressured, particularly if it's an event that's relatively catastrophic. A good example might be when there was the Christchurch shootings in New Zealand. I don't know if you'll remember that, but an intel team got stood up really, really quickly to try and dig and ask questions and look in the media and find out what was going on at that time, so that they could understand whether or not there was going to be another event or a further threat. And so that's that same sort of time pressured situation. And that's where that kind of skill of taking the obscure bits of information comes in, because in that scenario, you don't have the full picture and you're never going to, but you've got to take all these little tidbits that you're seeing in a news article and piece that together and come up with a recommendation. So in that sense, that's really time pressured too. But if you're, say, in a face-to-face with your customer or your client, and you do only have a certain time period, ask your main questions, write your notes down, and there's nothing to stop you from emailing them later on or going back and saying, hey, look, I've got a further question for you. Or it might be that as they're talking, note down what you think some of the gaps are and what they're saying, and that's when you can go back and do your Google searches or use your other sources to try and fill those gaps. So you're not needing to get it straight from the source. You might be able to fill it in from somewhere else. So there's kind of two two thoughts to that, two sides to that.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And also, as you were explaining that, I thought even if time does run out, and you've said like take note. For me, I know this is what I do, is that's something I'll follow up at the next audit.
Yeah.
Like you've got some insight into something.
Yeah.
So that even if it was later in the audit and you've run out of time, you've had to prioritize, then okay, top of mind in the audit plan for next time, and you can start from that at the beginning and follow that trail.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. So that could be where you've noted down your what we would maybe call your unknowns, or where you term as being not really clear. That's where you could take those bits. You could then go away, use your other sources, add a bit of value. If you still don't know the full picture, then that's, like you say, it's top of the list for next time when you go back. And you can also say to them, oh, well, last time you mentioned this, and I've actually found this and this. Can you expand more? So you can show them that you're interested and invested, and you're adding your own value without needing to get the information straight from them. And it helps to build the picture so that when you go back to them, you're not just going in with a one-liner kind of thing.
Concludes our interview series with Tessa Baines. I hope you've gotten as much out of the series as I know I have. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Tessa for giving us the time to sit down and chat about her exciting job role and how this can fit into the world of auditing. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We've got some exciting new content coming up for you.